In this video, I'm going to show you a trade I took today, Friday the 15th of May 2025. I've been trading for 20 years, and if you haven't got time to watch this short video, quite frankly, you do not deserve to be successful in this industry, because it amazes me how many people click on a video, watch it for 2 or 3 minutes, and then flick onto another video and go and watch something else. So if you want to see an expert in myself as a professional trader, and I do this every single day and I've been doing it for 20 years, stick around and I'll show you how to trade the market using professional institutional trading tools. It may look complicated, but I'm going to put it into simple terms, and anybody can do this if you're willing to put the time in. Now let's get cracking. So let me just bring these charts up here. Okay, so this morning, this is the daily profile here. Okay, and this line here I've got marked is what they call the point of control on the daily profile. What is a point of control? So a point of control is where the most transactions have happened in a previous session. So in this instance, this was the previous day. This was on Thursday, and this is here, this is Friday's transaction. So this morning when I woke up, usually get up around about 5:15 in the morning, there was no trading opportunities, so I had to wait for London. Okay, and you can go back and have a look at TradingView or whatever chart you're using, and you can see this chart trade is actual real, it's not pretend, you know, and I'll show you exactly why I got into the trade. So this area here, this red mark here, okay, is the point of control, and this area here facing the TPO is the volume profile. Okay, so this means there's a lot of volume in the previous day that's happened in this area. Okay, and this red line means it's where prices spent the most time in the previous session. Hopefully that make it clear. Okay, so I mark this up here. Pretty straightforward. This is already on the chart for me waiting. Okay, so it's not lagging behind an indicator like indicators you use when you're doing using retail tools. So I mark that up. This box here copies across to my other charts. So this box here is this box here is this box here. Pretty straightforward. So what I'm looking for is I'm looking for multiple confluences that cross over from the daily TPO to my lower profile TPOs, so we can get really tight entries. So mark this up this morning, and it crossed over to this chart here. These are what I call my entry charts. Okay, so these are smaller time frame TPOs. And then it marked to here, so it crossed over from this chart to this chart. Okay, so at the moment I'm building a picture of where I would like to take a trade. So here we've got one confluence. Okay, then we have two confluences. But why is this a confluence? Well, this yellow here is called delta. So that's where a lot of activity has happened in the previous session. So it's very likely we've got pending orders sat in this area. Okay, and then this area here, this red line here, hopefully you can see it, but there is a red line there, you take my word for it, is another naked point control. So it's a naked point control but on a smaller time frame, which is the same as this. Okay, so here I've got one confluence, two confluence, three confluences. Okay, and for me to take a trade I only actually need two confluences. Not only did I have the TPOs lining up, so daily supersedes the lower time frames. So if I have something that crosses over from the daily onto the smaller time frames, that is where I'm looking to take a trade. So you can see here, just move my face out of the way a second. This is the VWAP, okay? So this is a volume weighted average price. So this is what we call the mean, and these grey bands are what we call the deviation bands. Okay, and price generally like to trade away from the deviation bands. So price was trading up like this morning, and you can see this red box here, which you should know now that is this box here and this box and this box. I was looking to get short in this area. Okay, so this was another confluence to get short. We were straight into this grey deviation band as well. So that's 4 confluences. Okay, also we have this pink line here. So that's another confluence to get short, and this is another VWAP line, okay, which is custom made. So I've got 5 confluences, and not only did I have 5 confluences, I actually had 6 confluences. So let me just bring that over. Just bring it over. Okay. This is what we call the weekly TPO, okay? So this is the previous week's transactions, okay? And this is the current week's transactions, okay? This actually opens and closes, and it opens on Monday and it closes on Thursday. That's how I actually have these set up. And this is another point of control, okay? So you can see I'm now building the picture to take a trade in my direction. You can see, look, to the actual pip here, and we've also got that on the smaller time frames. Let me just get rid of that 1 second. And you can see that entry. So the entry was here. So as price came up to this area here, I entered here, and look at that, take profit to the pip. Okay, and I took profit here, which was here. You also need to know when to get out of a trade. It's not just a matter of, oh, I'll get in here and have a random place to get out. You need to know where you're going to get out before you actually get in a trade. So the reason why I got out the trade is because we had a fairly flat VWAP. So this is what we call a rotational environment. So this is the expectation for the day at the moment until we go imbalanced. I knew I wanted to take my profit at this area here. But how did I know that? Okay, let me explain. So price opened up on this green volume delta. So this opens up 10 PM on Thursday evening in this particular example. And you can see price is traded away from it. So this area here, it made sense to take the profits here because this is acting as a demand zone. So this area here, so I'll trade it from here to here, which is here to here, and you can see here, entry, exit, 2 positions, and on this particular trade, I think it was around about 64 pips on this particular trade. I do this every single day, and once you know what you're doing, it just becomes so easy. It's just using the daily profile and using the actual smaller time profiles to get into a trade. It really is that easy. I know if you're probably struggling, you're probably thinking, oh no, it's too complicated, it's too hard work, etc, etc. Also, while I'm on the subject of that, I do have a full video course available which you can actually watch. It's around about 10 hours of education showing you how I trade the markets, and also I have around about 15 hours of previous group coaching calls that I've done over the years. So if you want to get involved in that, please do click on the link below and you can book a call with me and we can have a chat and we'll get you where you need to be. I also have one-to-one mentoring as well, that's another option as well. But if you want to jump on a call with me, please do, and I look forward to seeing you on the next video, and I hope you enjoy the video. Any comments, any questions, please stick them below. I love to hear from the people who are actually watching the video to make sure I'm actually reaching the right audience, and I will speak to you all soon. Alright, cheers, thanks, bye.